I moved to the UK, so I'll say hello because it's time to finally make another video. And I'm not normally a fan of the unboxing thing, but today I think I'll give it a swing because I have something from Sigi right here. And it might be something that I hold dear, a brand new sword in a cardboard box. What rhymes with box? Locks? Socks? Knocks? Doesn't matter. Normally I don't like to do unboxing, but I think it's a good idea because we want to see how Sigi packs and ships a sword. And what is in this box? Well, first of all, look, it's from Sigi. Sigi, swords, awesome. So I have the Bauernwehr here, and I'm going to cut open the box and remove that. And then I can talk a little bit about the last few months because I haven't made a video in a while. And, well, the dental infection, my whole face was swollen. That took a while to get through. All the prep for moving from Canada to the United Kingdom, that took a lot of work. But I made it. I made it. All my stuff is here. School will start in a few weeks. Everything is great. Everything is going really well. And we can talk a little bit more about that as I get the box open. So yeah, lots of good tape, well sealed. I like that. So, and of course, everything is marked. You know exactly what's in this. It is obviously a sword because on the box are swords. Yep. Now, I ordered this sword at the end of January 2024. It was ready at the end of July 2024, and then delivered finally mid-August 2024. There were import duties and tariffs and things to pay getting it into the UK. And about that, there's not much I can say, except I knew that I just had to pay. Woo! Yeah, a lot of sticky tape getting this thing here. So I don't know how it specifically opens. I might just destroy the box, as I don't really need to have it. No, being very careful, watching where my hands are at all times. Okay. Oh, this is looking good. What is in the box from Sigi? But anyway, yeah, I have moved to Lincoln to go to school. There was a video about that just after Christmas that I recorded. I had been accepted for a Master's of Medieval Studies, and hopefully, I can stay for a PhD. We'll see how that goes. All right. So what is in the box? It is the new Sigi light. I needed to try it. And of course, I knew I was moving when I ordered it. And it's not going to replace my SGT custom longsword that I use. Although this is going to have a longer blade, and it's probably good for practice. Now, it doesn't come super messed up because it's just one sword in a box. Here we go. Well protected. Everything plastic wrapped. But it's not the point where I'm going to have all this packaging to deal with. I mean, it's all wrapped in plastic, sure. But that's just to keep it from rusting because, you know, it's a very damp climate here. Sometimes just tear. Okay. Woo. Come on, sword. Okay. So the Sigi light is all wrapped up, but hey, look, you get this nice little tag, and it's got the details on it. And so it lets you know that, yeah, that's what you ordered and it matches. So you know that you got the sword you wanted, which is very cool. Very, very cool. Of course, just cut that off. Now, plastic wrap isn't actually that difficult to get off. That's to start. And I have means of doing it, but yeah. So, as I unwrap all the plastic on this really cool Sigi light, oh, we can see the pommel. It is a really nice pommel. And we'll get this grip unraveled in just a second. We're going to cheat a little bit because we can. If you can just cut into the plastic. But yep, it's well oiled. It is in great shape. I can tell already. The blade is nicely polished and clean. Look at that. If we can just find the right spot, because I don't want to cut into the grip, of course. That wouldn't be good. That's why it might be a little bit of a longer video, simply because it takes a while to get the plastic off of here. I can take some shortcuts, but I don't want to damage the sword. Go. Okay. It is tipped for shipping. Some cardboard and some plastic wrap so that it doesn't break out of the box. Let's see if we can do this. Turn the sword, pull the wrap. Maybe it works better this way. Whee! So you can just spin it to get the plastic wrap off. Takes time. Yeah, so it's been a really weird 3 or 4 months that I've had to go through since selling my house, living in a rental apartment in Canada for a few months, going through a dental infection. So what happened is I had a bridge put in, and there must have been a small abscess under the front tooth that it's anchored to. And I fell. And when I fell, I clenched my jaw. And when I did a really wonderful break fall, of course. I'd break fall, landed, no problem. Thought it was okay, but I must have clenched and ruptured the abscess, because half an hour after I had fallen, I was just tripping on, it was a whole bunch of gravel scattered where I was crossing the street. Well, what happened? My face started to go numb. And I went to the dentist, and they drilled and they drained. And then the dentist said, okay, contact me personally. Here's the cell phone number if it gets worse. Okay. Well, it got worse. My whole face was swollen. I had to go to the hospital, and I had to have a doctor cut into my gums. And we won't really talk too much about it after that. And intravenous antibiotics, and then a whole bunch of more pills. And yeah, the numbness is still there. I mean, 90% of it is healed, but it has taken a long time for this to work. So, I mean, it's been 2 months. So yeah, so why wasn't I making videos? Well, when you have a numb face and you're having trouble enunciating and pronouncing your words, there we go, that sounds better. You don't want to make videos. No, you don't want to. Okay. The last of this plastic really does take a long time. Hands greasy. So yes, it is well oiled. That is good. We can cheat. There's only one take at this video. We don't get a second. Okay, there we go. Such a useful tool. Kitchen knife, fighting knife, whatever you need it for. Bower and Bear. One of the best things I've ever done. Okay, and now finally we can get to the grip. I have chosen a leather grip because that's what I prefer. Cord wraps are nice. They feel good. But I know how to repair leather. I do not know how to repair cord wraps. It's a lot more work. But I can easily, within 10 to 15 minutes, repair a leather-wrapped grip on a sword. Okay, now comes the fun part. Trying to get this to go. Doesn't want to go. I don't want this to be too boring, so this is why I usually fast forward through unboxing videos. I don't tend to watch them myself. I just want to see the product, because I have to fill the dead air while I try to get this plastic wrap off, and I can't just cut it, and I don't know where the end went, and it keeps tearing, and woohoo! Oh, so yeah, double wrapped to protect that grip. There we go. Oh yeah, that's nice. Ooh, yeah. So we can see that wasted grip, leather. It's smooth. Where is the seam? I don't even see it. Oh, this is so well done. This is so nice. Feels really good. Of course, sword maker's mark is there. But most importantly, so what is the difference for our fetish ferrets? Our fetters, when we're talking about the Sigi light, well, we've got a smaller shield here, and a little shield bit on the 16th century style sword. Still full crossguard, wonderful pommel, exactly how I'm going to want to hold the sword. But this nice skinny blade, and it flexes. And that is going to make this a safe sword for sparring, because you come in with that thrust. What's going to happen when you hit? It really is going to flex. Okay? It's lighter. Sounds nice. But yeah, initial impression of the sword, just holding it, it's great. It is not a skinny blade. Like, it's skinny all the way through, but it still has a distal taper. It's still thick and tapers down. Spatulated. Okay, so I'll put a little tip onto that out of some leather and wrap it on. But no, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. And of course, as a reminder, don't put your thumb right up against the cross guard. You know, there you go. You can feel that. But I can already see that training with this sword is going to be fantastic. Light, fast, nimble, flexible. And I think safety is important. And we sometimes get carried away with, we have to be historically accurate. Well, no, because we don't live 600 years ago. So I think the Sigi Light is a fantastic sword for sparring, for looking out for other people. Now, like I said, it's not going to replace my SGT longsword that I prefer to use, the Wellll model, modified by me, made by SGT in Airdrie, Alberta, Canada. Fantastic. But I can see myself definitely jumping into some sparring against maybe newer people who, they're not as comfortable. They don't want to get hit with a lot of force, and this is going to be pretty good for that. Hopefully I can do a full review video. I'm still settling into my new place here in Lincoln. So it's going to take me a couple weeks before I get into my schedule and get back to classes here and do stuff and really test it out. But for now, I thought I would unbox this. You can see just how it's wrapped, how it's shipped. Everything is really good. If you're ordering these, anything from Sigi, you're going to get a fantastic sword. It is going to take a while. It is going to take 6 months. They say 6 to 9 months. I ordered this the first day it was available. 6 months. Pretty good. Pretty good. Of course, then you have shipping time, and then you've got import and customs and all the lovely details of wherever you live. So be warned, have some extra money set aside just in case you do have to pay these fees. In Canada, I know that you have to pay GST and flat rate import taxes. In the UK here, it's all based on the price of the sword, whatever you paid. So that had to be paid before it could be delivered. But I've got it. And it's awesome. I love the feel of this already. The leather is so good. Love this pommel. Nice big scent stopper pommel. My hand can easily ride. Long grip. Very good cross guard. And yeah, percussion there. So we've got a nice bit of striking distance. Good reach. Nice blade. And I think it's going to be really good for sparring. But I will hopefully have a new video soon, in a couple weeks, to let you know how that goes. Until we get that new video, and I'm all settled in here in my new home, I just want to tell you. Yeah, I can't do another take. This is all one shot, so all the fluffs get to stay in this time. Okay. I just want to tell you to please take care, stay safe, and keep on swinging. Yeah.